Watching Wonka Chungking Express has been one of the most surreal feelings I've ever experienced. I watched it 2 years ago and just seeing how he uses the camera, how he uses the colors, how he transitions from one frame to the other. It automatically told me that I was in for something special. The film is divided into two stories. The first one, starring Takeshi Kaneshiro, who is a guy who has recently suffered a breakup and is going through that. And it is a 30-minute story, I guess. It's a short story about how we can find hope in small things. But what sort of changed my life, or at least changed the way I perceive cinema, was the second story of Chungking Express, starring Tony Leung and Wong. That story was again of a police officer, which Tony Leung was playing, who was again going through a breakup, and how Wong changed his life. But she changed his life so slowly, and she almost built it up. She built those moments up. She did small things every single day in his life, which he was at first unable to notice. And before he was able to take a note of what she was doing in his life, he started to realize that things are changing. And when he finally got to know that Wong has done it all for him, and then he invites her to a date, and then whatever takes place after that, it just shows how magical some times are, how magical some moments are. And once you get past the beauty of those moments, the reality struts in. You just can't escape it. And that's simply what happens to Tony Leung in the end. But what I was extremely glad about was that it was not a necessarily romantic change that Fei Wong introduced in the life of our main character. It was it was almost as if she pulled him out of the darkness which he was in as a person, of the depression that he was suffering, especially in those amazing scenes when he was playing with his teddy bear and when he was talking to his soul. She just brought him out of it, and that was what was actually so special about this film. And I still go back to this film so many times. This is my favorite Wonka film, and I seriously recommend. If you haven't watched any Hong Kong film, any Cantonese movie, you can start it from here.